Hey everybody, Jared here from Aloha Plumbing. So today we're rebuilding Toto Drake 2. The model number in the tank is an ST454EA 01. This is a 1.28 gallon flush toilet. The Toto Drake 2 is the particular bowl. The tank is very common to many Toto brands. Anytime you're replacing the parts inside of a Toto, like any other brands, it's a really good idea to rebuild with genuine Toto parts. You'll get a much better end result by using the parts. This is, you see the part number on there. This is a direct replacement for what's in there. The tank to bowl gasket, even the flush lever. You know, a lot of problems that occur with toilets, misflushing or running. You know, if you've got an old worn out tank lever and the handle holds up, even after you flush a little bit, it can hold the flapper up, or it may not move enough to actually pop the flapper to give it a good flush. It's always a good idea to replace the tank lever. In this case, we're going back with a genuine Toto, as well as a fill valve as well. So we're gonna replace everything that moves in the tank, and this is always the best thing to do when you're fixing an issue with a toilet, something with its operation as far as it running or not flushing well, and you know it's not a problem with stoppage, you know you've got a problem with the mechanical parts, just replace everything. A couple of tools we're going to be using. I like to use a nut driver. This makes it easy to take the bolts off between the tank and the bowl and install them. I've got a traditional pair of adjustable pliers. The one tool that I would say that will make life a lot easier is getting off the large 3.5 inch, that bottom nut that goes on that flush valve. If you've got a little pair of pliers, it really makes it a fight to get that thing off. A larger pair of pliers will really just make the job a lot quicker, but you can get it off with a pair of regular pliers. I've done it. I really like the way this works. So we're going to do that. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take the tank off the bowl, and then we'll start disassembling, taking everything out. This bowl is in pretty good shape, so we're not going to need to clean it or anything of that sort. So I'm going to start by taking the bolts that are underneath here, as we call them, the tank to bowl bolts. This is what attaches the two together. There's one on each side we're going to take loose. There we go. While we've got the toilet sitting still, I'm going to go ahead and break this fill valve nut. Take it loose. That's going to allow me to go ahead and pull this fill valve out. I'm just going to discard of these parts. Same thing with the flush lever. Now remember, some flush levers, they actually tighten counterclockwise and loosen clockwise. Totos are not that way. So it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. Nothing funky or strange in getting that out of there. I'm just going to cut this chain because I don't care. I'm taking all this out. And then what we're left with is getting the flush valve loose. I like to lay a towel on my toilet, so I'm not just laying china on china because you can do some damage. Now you'll notice that these tank to bowl bolts are bolted. I just took the tank to bowl gasket off. You'll notice that they're bolted to the tank. I like to bolt my bolts to the tank. That way I'm not having to worry about how tight I cinch the two together to cinch down the gasket inside, because you can break china. And if you're having to get that to also tighten your tank down, you can really cause problems. is loose. Of course, this is a lot easier because there's no water in this. We didn't have to deal with any of that. Doing a remodel here, so the toilet had dried out. Anytime you do a remodel, if you let a toilet sit and the gaskets dry, it's a good idea to just freshen her up. So you'll watch here, I just grab a hold of this big gasket with these pliers, and it really does make that a lot easier than if I were trying to grab a hold of it with, say, these guys, you know, kind of, you know, dragging it around. It's a lot harder. Bigger pliers make life a whole lot easier. So you notice this is a little bit different. The one that came with the toilet's a green color, but if you'll notice on here, this is rated for this toilet. When you look up this part number, that's just a green model they had. The gasket goes on the tank side. I'm going to set that in there, and you want to try to center this up on there. It can drift around on you. The flat side goes against the tank itself. And you want to look at your orientation inside, so that overflow tube is pointed that direction originally, and we're just going to stick with that. And you want to just cock it. I always cock it just a little bit, maybe like the 11 o'clock position, 10:30. And once again, this is where these pliers really do shine. You just get a hold and now you want to get this good and snug, because this is your seal that prevents water from leaking out. Don't need to get crazy. Once you feel it snug down, that's good right there. Now these hollow shank nut drivers make good, and just snug and a little bit. Don't get crazy, man. This is China. This is not steel. No, not the country. Again, I take 2 fingers, tighten that up, and just give it a little snug. That is plenty. So I'm going to put a new gasket, a donut between the tank and the bowl. And that just sits right up there like that. And then we're going to put new valve in here. Now you got to set your depth on these for where you want that to stop. So you're going to have to put it in once and then take it loose. It's a lot easier to set the locking pin. So we're going to put it in. I'm going to spin it loose and come up. Set our water line just below the top of that overflow. And this is your water line right here. So right there. I'm going to take it back out. Make sure it's in the locked position. And then there's a little key that we're gonna goes on here. Yeah, actually get it locked in. And that prevents this from spinning and moving. Double check our water level again. We're good. Go ahead and put the nut on it. Once again, we don't want to get crazy tightening this up. Just give it a little bit, nothing crazy. It doesn't need to be, this isn't a diesel head. And we'll put a new tank lever on. This is another thing that really makes things work together. If I had a standard flush valve in here, well, it would be up higher and it would be interfering with my tank lever. You know, so I'm clearing my flush valve here because I'm using the proper parts. If I didn't do so, I would be having clearance issues. I'm gonna hook her back in. We're ready to bolt it back down. And carefully move it into position. Set it on. And once again, I don't need to get crazy here because this is not my seal. This is just holding the tank to the bowl. I'm going to give it some on each side, but nothing crazy. Doesn't move. So all we need to do is hook up the overflow tube into the, or the fill tube into the overflow. We're all good to go. So that's rebuilding the Toto Drake 2.